Aristocles, Greek, Rho iota sigma tau omicron kappa lambda sigma, Aristocles, is a name attributed to two sculptors in ancient Greece, as well as a nominal hereditary school of sculpture, started by the elder Aristocles, known to us primarily through different passages in Pausanias. Aristocles of Cydonia was one of the most ancient sculptors, and though his age cannot be clearly fixed, it is certain that he flourished before his uncle was called Messene. That is, before 494 BC. He was called both a Sidonian and a Sicyonian, probably because he was born at Cydonia and practiced and taught his art in Sicyon. Aristocles of Sicyon was the grandson of the above, as well as the pupil and son of Cleoedes, and brother of Canachus. He was not much inferior to his father in reputation. This Aristocles had a pupil, Sinon, who was the father and teacher of Autolycus of Aegina. We are also told, in an epigram by Antipater, Sidonius, that this Aristocles made one of 3 statues of the Muses, the other 2 of which were made by Agelaus and Canachus. From these passages we infer that these artists founded a school of sculpture at Sicyon, which secured a hereditary reputation, and of which we have the heads for 7 generations, namely, Aristocles the elder, Cleoedes, Aristocles the younger and Canachus, Sinon, Autolycus, Sostratus, and Pentheus. There is some difficulty in determining the age of these artists, but, supposing the date of Canachus to be fixed at about 540, 508 BC, we have the date of his brother, the younger Aristocles, and allowing 30 years to a generation, the elder Aristocles must have lived about 600, 568 BC. Some scholars place him immediately before the period when his uncle was first called Messene, but there is nothing in the words of Pausanias to require such a restriction. By extending the calculation to the other artists mentioned above, we get the following table of dates. Aristocles flourished 600 to 568 BC. Cleoedes flourished 570, 538 BC. Aristocles and Canachus flourished 540 to 508 BC. Sinon flourished 510, 478 BC. Autolycus flourished 480, 448 BC. Sostratus flourished 450, 418 BC. Pentheus flourished 420, 388 BC. These dates are found to agree very well with all that we know of the artists. Carl Julius Sillig gives a table which does not materially differ from the above. He calculates the dates at 564, 536, 508, 480, 452, 424, and 396 BC respectively. In this computation, it has been assumed that the elder Canachus was the brother of the younger Aristocles, and that Pentheus was the 7th in order, from the elder Aristocles. Any other supposition would throw the whole matter into confusion. Pausanias mentions, as a work of the elder Aristocles, a group in bronze representing Heracles struggling for a girdle with an Amazon on horseback, which was dedicated at Olympia by Evagrius of his uncle, and, as a work of the younger, a group in bronze of Zeus and Ganymede, dedicated at Olympia by Nauthes, a Thessalian. The muse by the latter, mentioned above, was in bronze, held a lyre, chi lambda upsilon sigma, and was intended to represent the muse of the diatonic genus of music.